Hello and welcome to Hot Issues. Today we're going to delve into Ghana's history in an attempt to learn important lessons for now and the future. We're going to talk to somebody who is very, very, very special, and we are exceptionally privileged for him to welcome us into his home for this conversation about Ghana's history and its implications for now and the future. We're going to talk to somebody who has been in the police service, who has served at the highest echelons of government, has been a member of the Council of State, and has done many, many things in our society. This is Hot Issues. Hello and welcome back to Hot Issues. And as I said from the beginning, we are going to delve into Ghana's history. We are going to talk to a very distinguished personality who has been in the police service. He's been a member of the Council of State. He served in government at the very highest echelon, and so on. We're going to be talking to Mr. A.K. Deku. He was a commissioner of police. He was a member of the National Liberation Council and has been many, many other things. Sir, welcome to the program.
Welcome to Way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, what are you doing in retirement?
What?
What are you doing in retirement?
Oh, I decided to take it easy because I've had enough of public service in the police service, and at 94 I think I'm on the way to Mandela to take it easy. So I decided to come to my hometown and take life easy. I wish I could have the opportunity of writing a bit more of history, but I have a problem with my eyes, so I can't read much. And so that is my predicament.
So you're looking well, you're fit. How do you manage it?
Well, people also say so. People also say so. But that's what God sent me.
So do you do any exercises at all?
Yeah, I used to do exercise. I used to play lawn tennis some time ago. I play golf, and then here I walk around the house to keep life.
You're looking very well for a 94-year-old man. Are you on any special diet?
No. I don't have a special diet. Only Anglo diet.
So what is the Anglo diet?
I play Anfetridechi. That is my special food.
Is that once a day or twice a day?
Or thrice a week. And then rice. That's all. Nothing special.
So for younger persons like us who want to be as old as you are, what is your advice?
Well, it all depends on what you do to yourself. As for me, I came in a very hard way before going to school. I started school in 1976. Is it 1976?
1956.
1963. I'm getting confused. At Joje. I started school at Joje. My cousin was a teacher there. I realized that Joje to go to fetch water. It takes a long time. And then my cousin has got a new wife who has just brought forth and had no maid. So every morning I had put to it to go to fetch water. But and every day I go to school late, which doesn't comply with my
it was difficult for your learning.
Yes, so I decided to quit. I walked the long journey from Georgia to a place called Khajranao. I don't know whether you know Khajranao. Khajranao is one of the three cities of Three Town. Three Town, Khajranao. If you ask of Three Town, it means Adafienu, Denu, Khajranao. So I went to Khajranao. My mother's uncle was there. So my grandfather, who was my mother's father, had died, and it has forced my parents to decide to come down to the south from what do you call it? From the north, where I was born. I was born in Yape.
Yape.
Yes, Gonjaman.
Yeah.
So they decided to come down to the south. So from there, I continued schooling in Three Town. By my parents, my father was told that his father has willed to him the Akroboji land where you saw, I don't know whether you saw it, the school there.
Yeah, the school and the church.
Yes.
Yes.
And my father was forced to come down together with my mother to see what the land is like. So, out of nothing, the two of them decided to make a good use of the land.
So that's about your childhood upbringing and the difficulties that you went through.
Yeah.
Because your parents virtually had very little to go by.
Oh, yes.
Now, sir, after school, why did you join the police? You could have been a teacher, you could have been a soldier, you could have been an accountant.
That is so. Your guesses are good as mine. When I was in school, say stand 4, it had been my father's wish that I should go to Adisade College. But he died before the time. So my mother tried to convince his cousins to take care of me. All of them were reluctant. So my mother said, well, I'm called Amegan. My name is really Amegan. I know you. I know you can make life as you wish. So I'm going to send you to your uncle in Secondary. My uncle was first accountant of railways, the very first accountant in railways. So I went there. One evening, a gentleman came to him not knowing the gentleman was called Atipo, Inspector of Police, as secondee. So the next morning, I had a letter from my uncle to take to Mr. Atipo. That's how I became a policeman. So Atipo got into Mr. Karutas. The officer in charge there is called Karutas. That I should be enlisted in the police. Oh, it was very hot. The next day, I was transferred to the depot at Alajo. This was in 1940.
So you were trained as a normal, regular police recruit?
Yes.
How did you become an officer?
Well, I'm telling you. Then I caught up with Imri. You remember me?
Imri, connected with 24th February, right. 28th February.
Yes, he was the commanding officer then.
Yes, sir.
And then I trust myself. I can learn. I can read and learn. So I was always on top of the class. So at the end of it all, myself, Harley, J.W.K. Harley, we were top of the class. So we were retained there. Then later on, I was transferred to Kumasi, the only one who went to Kumasi. Kumasi was a difficult place then, but I went there. In a short time, in a week's time, I was transferred to Brofoedo.
In the central region?
No, Brofoedo, near Obuasi. This man's constituency, Hammond. That's Hammond's constituency.
Yes, sir.
Whenever I saw him, I told you that I'm from your constituency.
Yeah.
So I went there. From there, I went to Brown and Hartford as a border patrol. I came down, I was transferred to Kumasi to be in the office of the officer in charge. The officer in charge was called Cooper. Cooper, a sportsman. I was in the office. Then one time the chief superintendent, Mr. I've forgotten his name. He saw my handwriting and then said I should be marched to see him. So I thought there was something wrong. So I was marched. Halt. They said, "Is this your handwriting?" I said, "Yes." "Here is a desk. You'll share the office with me." So the progress started.
Your handwriting made you a star.
Oh yes, I saw that one. You can't trust it.
Yes, sir. But sir, I'd like to ask one very interesting question. Did you ever meet Nkrumah? Did you know him?
Yes.
How well did you know Nkrumah?
Well, I'll tell you what. I was Nkrumah's special, what do they call it? Special
aid?
Special.
At one time you were head of the special branch.
Let's go easy. So I went to. No, I tell you what. In the course of the trouble, myself and the police officer, we took action against Nkrumah.
Mm-hmm. That's 1948, the rout.
Yes.
Yes.
And I was Evening News.
Mm-hmm.
Wrote an article against me. Mm-hmm. And then the commissioner of police also was offended in an article. So we both took action. Mm-hmm. So I got judgment against Nkrumah 500 cedis. So which has not been paid.
Oh, so you took Nkrumah to court?
Yes.
Because the Evening News that he published along with Bidima and others libeled you.
Yes.
And you got judgment of £500.
Yes.
And that has not been paid up till now.
Yes. So in due course, it was decided to give a security officer to Nkrumah.
That is when he had become leader of government business in 1951.
That is so.
Yes, sir.
So my officer, Cab, told Nkrumah that, well, this is the best we can give you. That is how I became Nkrumah's bodyguard.
And Nkrumah did not protest, knowing that you are taking him to court.
Correct. So I traveled with him to London, to America, to Moscow.
Nkrumah must have had a lot of confidence in you.
Of course, indeed. Indeed.
Mm. And Nkrumah was also responsible for your several promotions, including up to the head of the special branch.
Yes, yes, because in my youthful days, you can't beat me.
Your handwriting was good. You could read very well.
Oh yes, I write well. I write good English.
Yeah.
And I'm smart.
Yeah. But it is alleged that you took part in the coup against Nkrumah. Is that true?
Well, I didn't really do that. But I was forced to follow Hale, Kotoka, and so on.
So how were you forced?
What?
How were you forced to follow Hale and Kotoka?
Well, we are all officers at that time, and I realized that the coup was in progress, and there was nothing that I could do
to stop it.
Yes.
Mm. Who started the coup? Do you know who started plotting the coup?
I can tell you for that Kotoka and Hale.
But there was also a Major Kwashie at the 37 Military Hospital.
Yes, yes. Kotoka, Hale, they were meeting in Kwashie's house at 37. And that is the place they always held a meeting.
Mm. Who was this Major Kwashie?
Major Kwashie he was attached to the medical corps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He was attached to medical corps, and there he got contaminated by Hale and Kotoka, and he agreed to cooperate.
So you were one of Nkrumah's most trusted people in the police service.
Yes.
He relied on you for intelligence and so on.
Yeah.
At what point did you get to know that Hali, Kwashie, and Kotoka were plotting against him?
At one time, we were going. We were planning Nkrumah's visit to London. Then it got to my ear that this thing was going on. This thing was going on. But I had a problem. Not to divulge what was happening, because I wasn't thick in what was happening. So when we went to London, I went to Brussels for Interpol conference. And I was watching whether the thing was going on. But the plot got fizzled up. So I thought that was God sent. So I came back to, after the Interpol conference, I came back to Accra.
If you had told Nkrumah that Hali, Kotoka, and Kwashie were plotting, is it not possible that they could have stopped the coup?
I don't think so. Because I realized that Kotoka has got a lot of the soldiers, including Afrifa. So I thought it wasn't trying.
Given your knowledge of Nkrumah, was he a good man or a bad man?
First class. So very good man.
Nkrumah was a very good man.
Yes.
So why was he overthrown then? Why did Kotoka, Hali, and Kwashie plot to overthrow him?
Well, I'll tell you what. For political reasons, the Dangwe Sufumokwe and all those things, Nkrumah didn't allow other parties to operate. So in Accra, Dangwe Sufumokwe and all sorts of things. So that's how he got support. The coup got support from among the people.
But interestingly, after the coup, the CPP was also banned.
Yes.
So people who belonged to the CPP were also not allowed to organize, in the same way that people who belonged to Gashikumofe were also not allowed to organize.
Well, I can't answer that question.
So it's fair. It's fair. It's fair. But one of the reasons which was given for the overthrow of Nkrumah was the Prevention Detention Act. The fact that Nkrumah introduced the Prevention Detention Act.
Yes.
As head of the special branch, what do you have to say about that? Because you knew all the plots that were taking place against him, you knew the sabotage, you knew the bomb throwing, and so on. What can you say about the Prevention Detention Act? Preventive detention.
Well, wait a minute. You know Adam Afio?
Yes.
Adam Afio was a trusted confidant of Nkrumah.
Yes, sir.
But in the end, Nkrumah decided to arrest him, which was not correct.
That is following the Kolongugu.
That's right, yes, because Adam Afio was not responsible. You see, Buzia and others were planning in Togo, while Adam Afio was in Accra.